طيب محمد ما تقوليش حاجة. Right. You tell me that to examine new research comparing traits of human newborns to traits of animals. Are we comparing traits? ده السؤال. Are we comparing traits? ده السؤال عايز اسهلك. Right? Are we comparing traits? ويعني ايه traits? What are we comparing, Mr. Muhammad? So we're not comparing traits, صح? We are comparing, yeah, Mr. Muhammad, fat, baby fat. Traits is too general. يعني traits مثلا ممكن يبقى speed، ممكن يبقى I don't know intelligence، ممكن يبقى شكل، ممكن يبقى حاجات كتير قوي. It's too general for this passage, right? So we're not comparing traits best. We're comparing the usage of baby fat or the reason البيبي عنده fat, right? So here هنقول answer D مش هنقول answer C. So remember when you're working مع الquestions دولت عايزين تعملوا ايه؟ عايزين to identify the topic of focus عشان نقدر نحدد or identify the correct answer choice. Waiting on the next question to load. Number 2. Abdurrahman, okay. Actually, let me update this question. Okay, I've updated the question. Mr. Muhammad, فينك? Solve within time, please. Okay, resolve it. عشان ما فيش innovation هنا. Sorry محمد. افتكرت السؤال اللي فات. ما فيش innovation هنا. Try that again. عشان innovation معناها حاجة جديدة. Right? Much better. What are you, Mr. Abdurrahman? Totally correct, Abdurrahman. Answer B, right? So identify possible solution to a problem. عشان دلوقتي what they're saying is, well, they took a specific problem. How do they do this? How do they do this? So they're looking at a problem, looking at a specific solution to a problem. Very good job, Yushabeh. All right. Let's go to the next question. Number 3. كل حد دايما بيجيب number 3 incorrect. Abdurrahman, support your answer. Remember مرتبطة بالmain idea. Mr. محمد ما قلتليش برضه ولا بعتلي وانا مش شفتش. Look at this here, guys. Right? We're reading about perennial crops ومش عارف ايه ومش عارف ايه بس الهدف جاي هنا. Right? The reason why or the main idea جاي هنا في الآخر. Either way, within a summary, the goal is crops that would tap the main advantage of perennials, the deep, dense root systems that fuel the plant's rebirth each spring and that make them so resilient and resource efficient without sacrificing too much of the grain yield that millennia of selection have bred. So what is it saying here? Lay or why planting the perennial crop أحسن من annual crop, right? قلت لي answer A, عبد الرحمن, explore better harvesting systems to use with annual crops. We're not really exploring. If we're exploring, هيبقى في options كتير قدامنا, right? So we won't say answer A. We won't say answer A. Purpose هنا بتاعت غلط. Discuss why farmers would mix perennial crops with their annual crops, but they're not really mixing. Outlining the breeding of different plant seeds, well, that off topic. D, explain the advantage of growing perennial crops. Well, advantage جاية هنا in the red area, right? In the red area. So here is answer D. So remember, when you're working with purpose-based questions, it's important يا شباب تاخدوا بالكم بحاجة. What is the main idea? Let's go to question number 4. Look at that. I'm بيكوا بس a very small. ده اللي محتاجينه عشان identify الpurpose. hello. شايفين ازاي انا اجيب لكم جزء صغير جدا في الباسج؟ ليه عملت كده؟ عشان ده اللي محتاجينه بس عشان identify الpurpose. مش محتاجين التكست كلها. Mohammed, very good job. What about you, Abdurrahman? Very good job, Abdurrahman. انتوا الاثنين قلتوا لي answer C, right? Explain the research conduct study why some birds fly in V formation. New study finds that V formation. Excellent job, Shabib. Let's go to question number 5. This is the purpose of the paragraph. Now again, my purpose of the paragraph بنعمل ايه؟ Just identify the main idea. أول ما تعرفوا المين idea تعرفوا الإجابة على طول. Think about it now. Mohammed Mudathir, very good job. What about you, Mr. Abdu? عبدو وقت خلص. الكلام يا Mr. Abdu. So this is the problem, Abdu, right? You're telling me answer B, right? Challenge instead of fit a challenge. Second example, not just selecting acting on animal behavior. Let's examine how individuals and social groups respond to strangers, right? So how do they respond to stranger? If you're outside your group, you represent a threat, right? So they may compete for resources. So purely, excuse me, why you are a threat, right? Or مثلا the costs, right? Why they're scared of each other. So in particular, ethologists hypothesize that xenophobia may be strong when resources are scarce. So الباراجراف بيكلمني عن xenophobia. ويعني ايه xenophobia؟ يعني خايف من الغريب. وبيقول لي الاسباب ليه الانيمال ده ممكن يبقى خايف من الغريب. So Mr. Abdu, you told me يا حبيبي answer B, right? Challenge a set of claims, but there is no challenge. ما بيقولش مثلا لا الفكرة ديت غلط أو ليه الفكرة ديت غلط، صح ولا لا؟ صح. So there's no challenge here. There is no challenge here. So what would you say بقى غير إجابة B? What would you say غير إجابة B? C, exactly. Examine the factors influencing a particular behavior. عشان ايه هو behavior xenophobia, right? ده التوبيك. ايه هو الفاكتورز وده الفوكس. Resources are scarce, هم aggressive, mates in food. So بيتكلم ليه or امتى الانيمال ده ممكن يطلع aggressive. Let's go to question number 6. Support your answer, Muhammad, and عايز evidence للإجابة بتاعتك لو سمحت. Because you're telling me an answer and okay, you guys both got this incorrect هنا بقى, right? So بنيجي نقرا, هقراها معاكم دلوقتي. Scientists have been puzzled by these questions ever since John Sanderson's early report on physiology of the Steven Venus flytrap. A century later, Dieter Hodick and Andreas proposed that the flytrap stored information regarding how many hairs have been touched in the electric charge of its leaf. The model is elegant in simplicity. In their studies, they discovered that touching a trigger hair would cause an action potential that induces the channels to open, right, in the trap, thus causing the rapid increase in concentration of calcium ions. So what's being discussed here, right? What's being discussed here? Let me give it a small update. There's a little piece of information also, Yeshabab, right? Let me give you a small update here. ممكن نقراها تاني. I gave you an update on the question. كان في key information. Read that first sentence. The first sentence بيكلمني عن ايه؟ The first sentence ده بيكلمني في ايه؟ The Venus flytrap's mouth closing. صح؟ I gave you a small update here. باقي الباراجراف بيحكي لي عن ايه؟ Good job, Mr. Muhammad. What about you, Abdurrahman? طالما انت عرفت بقى شفت البيس اوف important information ده هتقول لي ايه؟ تقول لي answer A, right? عشان in the topic sentence we're talking about the mouth closing وفي الديتيلز بقى بنتكلم عن ايه؟ What makes the mouth close? Okay, number 7. You see this very small set of line numbers. حتى من غير الباسج you guys can figure out ايه المطلوب في السؤال والإجابة وازاي identify the answer choice is related to the topic in focus. أنا بجيب small little snippets دولت عشان نتعود على كده عشان sometimes هنskip الباسج ونخش على الأسئلة والإجابات على طول. No. Mr. Muhammad, I know it's very small little bit of detail, but we can kind of figure it out برضو. No برضو يا محمد. Let me switch it up برضو. I see a piece of information ناقصة. Let's try this again. عشان انتوا الاثنين قلتوا لي answer C. But answer C, what does it tell us? It tells us that summarize arguments about whether Mars ever had about whether Mars ever had a large enough body. Do we have options هنا في الإجابات? Does it say, well, ممكن حصل أو ممكن ما حصلش? Right? There's no whether here. It's a very direct set of line numbers بيقول لك, you know, Mars is abundant with life, and زودتها لسه دلوقتي. Mars was abundant with life. There were rivers. There was a large body of water. بس. Right? So what would you guys say here? So مش هقول C. عشان مش كده في إجابة C whether Mars had enough whether it had enough body of water, yes or no. It's not whether it had. بيقول لك it did have. بيقول لك it did have. So answer D, describe evidence suggesting the elements necessary for life were once abundant on Mars, right? وإيه هو الelements دولت? Water. Let me check number 8. Yeah, let's go to number 8 right here. Think about the topic and focus. Abdu, Muhammad, excellent job, Shabab. Sorry, I was looking outside. Right? Discuss the new or a new astronomical technique, right? And it comes in the middle here. بيكلمنا عن TTV وبيكلمنا عن, the Kepler and the spacecrafts. Very good job. We'll have Kepler and how Kepler helps. Excellent. Ya Shabab, let's go to question number 9. Excellent, Mr. Muhammad. Excellent, Mr. Abdurrahman. Very good job, guys. I'm very happy with you guys today, right? Get your hand up in topic sentence, right? Actually, in the topic sentence here, what does it say? It says that they posited that plants could feel, learn, and remember, and more recent studies have confirmed they can store and recall biological data. And then بقى بنتكلم عن الحاجات ديت, right? So what are we talking about? We're talking about earlier arguments about the ability for plants to learn and recall. And they have long-term memories, long-term memories that have been demonstrated. Nice. Good job, Mr. Muhammad. What about you, Abdu? Well, you're telling me answer B, Abdu. Profile a researcher studying behavior, right? And so إجابة B معناها that بيدينا مثلا تاريخ أسبرج نجح فين جايب شهادة منين, and we're not profiling the researcher. We're not getting a profile who, what, where, why, when, how, right? But we are doing is studying or discuss a study of a cockatoo's cognitive abilities, right? We're discussing about the cockatoo جاي منين, the cockatoo تعلم إيه. So we like answer A better than answer B. All right. Again, we're not profiling anyone or anything. Let's do the final question today, Shabab. Excellent job, Mr. Muhammad. All right. Abdurrahman, waiting on you, sir. So you have a little problem here, Abdu, I think, with space-based passages or, right? To answer D, is to describe the distribution of star clusters associated with normal spiral galaxies, right? We have a certain perspective about what we might call a star cluster. Star clusters come in two flavors, open and globular. But they become blurred when you examine them. بالظبط يا عبدو, right? It casts doubt عشان مش عارفين الفرق ما بين الاوبن and globular. شباب, thank you for coming today. كويس انتم مهتمين. رايح اتكلم مع دانا وامينه. انت عندكم الهوم ورك digital ICT vocabulary, build your vocabulary. ده انا عايزاكم تخلصوه على بكره. النهارده ايه؟ Yeah, انا عايزاكم تخلصوه على بكره ان شاء الله. Okay? Do you guys have any questions before we go? You can learn anything, Mr. Sim out. Bye.